Hello everyone, I'm Sam Casson. Welcome to South Plattsburgh. Tonight we're here for the second game of the semifinal play between Plattsburgh Air Force Base and Plattsburgh Lanes. For the Air Base tonight, standing over there behind the backstop, Bob O'Day will be in left, Ed Richardson right field, Joe Plant will be doing the pitching, Ken Fulton first base, J.R. Ruhlman doing the catching, Marty Prater left field, John Weber the EH, Tim Van Usen second base, Steve Reynolds third base, shortstop rather, Rob Russell will be right field, right center, and Jack O'Neill will be playing shortstop. For Plattsburgh Lanes, we got Paul LeClaire in left field, Mike Chris right. Let's start that over again. Paul LeClaire will be left field, Mike Chris right field, Sean LaFountain right center, Manny Gondorilla doing the pitching, Randy Ebersol shortstop, Wayne Medley left center, Scott Bouye second base, Terry Provost first base, Dave Gwinnett third base, and Joe Spooner will be doing the catching. Umps for the night, John Voltraw and Tim Brown. Just about ready for the start of tonight's game. Bob O'Day will be leading off for the Air Base. Plattsburgh Lane's the home team tonight. O'Day batting .632. That's during playoffs. In playoff play, that's his record batting average, .632. He's got one home run. Bob O'Day, the batter. As Manny Gondorilla gets ready to deliver. First pitch to O'Day, sailed out into left for the first out. One away. Bring up Ed Richardson, batting .727 with 8 home runs. Ball 1 to Richardson. Joe Spooner behind the plate tonight for Plattsburgh Lanes. Strike 1 to Richardson, 1-1 the count. A long one for Richardson. Foul ball. Gondorilla delivers. Richardson, what a towering hit, but I think there's plenty of room. It's pulled down by Plattsburgh Lanes for the second out. I'll bring up Joe Plant. Joe Plant also batting .727 with 6 home runs. Strike 1 to Plant. That's hit into center field. And Plant will hold with a single. We'll bring up Fulton, Ken Fulton. He's batting .333. He doesn't have any homers in this playoff series yet. Fulton's a first baseman for the Air Base. He looks at ball 1. Long shot. Calling for it for the third out. So after half inning, Air Base unable to score, and Plattsburgh Lanes coming to bat. Paul LeClaire leads off for the Plattsburgh Lanes. LeClaire is the left fielder. He looks at strike 1, ball 1 from a Plant. J.R. Ruhlman doing the catching for the base. 2 balls. Strike, 2-1. Good shot. But it's an out. 1 away. So bring up the right fielder, Mike Chris. We're in the bottom of the first. That's in there for a base hit. Richardson picks it up. And Chris will hold with a single. Sean LaFountain, the left center fielder, third batter, takes ball one. Air base won last night by a score of 17-5. This is the second game, best out of 5. Head down to the third baseman, over to second for one. Back, but not in time for this double play. It's two away with a runner on second. I'll bring up the cleanup batter and pitcher, Manny Gandarillo. Ball one. I don't have any statistics on Plattsburgh Lanes, what their batting averages, how many home runs they've hit. Manny with himself a base hit. And Plattsburgh Lane's going to pick up a run. As Gandarillo goes to third. So with 2 out, Manny Gandarillo gets himself a triple and drives in an RBI. Plattsburgh Lanes takes a 1-0 lead. They'll bring up the fifth batter, Randy Ebersol. Ebersol's a shortstop for Plattsburgh Lanes. Wayne Medley on deck. Strike one, hits the front of the plate. Pulls bouncer down to the shortstop, throws over to first in time. So after one complete, Plattsburgh Lanes 1 and the air base 0. Top of the second, J.R. Rulerman, catcher at the plate. He's batting .353 with 1 home run. Pitch from Manny, ball. Ball. Strike, 2-1. It was 3-1. Now it's 4-1. As Rulerman takes first. Brings up the left center fielder, Monty Prater. Prater batting .250 with no homers. Steer right. I believe there's 2 strikes on Prater. Prater hits it right out there to the left center fielder for the first out. John Weber, extra player tonight. I don't have any stats on him. Lifts it high. Towering hit. A grab by the left fielder for the second out. Paul LeClaire, I believe that is, made that catch. Brings up the second baseman, Tim Van Usen, batting .411 with no homers. Strike one to Van Usen. Base hit for Van Usen. I'll put runners first and second. Van Usen with a single. Third baseman Steve Reynolds steps at plate. I don't have any statistics on him either. Looks at strike one as Manny delivers. Bouncer under Manny's glove. Bouye unable to get to it. And the bases will be loaded for the base. 2 outs. Brings up Rob Russell, the right center fielder, batting .111. Lifts it high. LeClaire coming in calling for it for the out. So after 1.5 and the base leaves the bases loaded, they trail by a score of 1-0. Bottom of the second, Randy Ebersol, the shortstop, steps to the plate. His team leading 1-0. We're in the second game of the semifinals. Joe Plant delivers. Eversole looks at strike one, 1-1. A long drive, and it's over the fence. Randy Eversole gets himself a home run, makes it 2-0 lead for Plattsburgh Lanes. Scott Bouye, the second baseman, stands to the plate. Takes ball one. Terry Provost on deck. Ball two. Strike, 2-1. Bouncer to the shortstop. Throw over to first in time. One away. He's up to first baseman, Terry Provost. Strike one. Home run, 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of the second. Provost with a long one. But it's pulled in. Long hit. Pulled in by the left fielder, Paul LeClaire. So bring up Dave Gunnup, the third baseman. One up, I think it is. That's in there for a base hit. One up will hang on with a single. Brings up the catcher, Joe Spooner. He is the last, top of the batting order, coming up next. Spooner hits over to the shortstop for the out. That's not LeClaire has been making those catches out there. It's the left fielder, Bob O'Day, for the air base. I had it messed up a little bit. But after two, Plattsburgh Lanes leading 2-0. Shortstop, John O'Neill. Jack O'Neill batting 100. No home runs. Looks at a ball. Plattsburgh Lanes leading 2-0. 3-0. Top of the batting order coming up next. Strike, 3-1. Two, full count. Ball four. O'Neill will take his base. I'll bring up Bob O'Day. O'Day, the left fielder, batting .632. Wraps it down to third baseman. He fires a second. He's out. So O'Day's on fielder's choice. I'll bring up the home run king, Ed Richardson. 8 homers, .727 batting average. Hit long, but out foul it into the road. Ball, 1-1. Manny delivers. Right back to Manny. Beautiful grab by Manny Gondarillo. 2 away. Brings up another .727. I think they got this off an airplane, their batting average. Joe Plant. He's with 6 homers. Plant's the pitcher. Yeah, hitting the gap. And runners will hold at first and second. O'Day on second, Plant on first. And it brings up Ken Fulton, the third baseman, batting .333. 2 away. 2 on. And they're down by 2 on the top of the third. Strike right off the front of the plate. Fulton. Bouye up just in time for the out. Bouye recovered in time for the third out. So after 2.5, the score remains Plattsburgh Lanes 2 and the air base unable to get a run. Bottom of the third as Paul Leclerc looks at strike one. Leclerc's the left fielder. His team up 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third. Strike. Picked up by the shortstop. Picked up out of the dirt for the out. One away. Mike Chris sails one out for a base hit to right center. Richardson picks up and fires back in. Mike Chris on the right fielder with a single. Brings up Sean LaFountain, the right center fielder. One out, one on.
Take your time, take your time.
Ball one, LaFountain. Strike, 1-1. Andy Gondorilla due up next, the pitcher. Cleanup batter. Bouncer back to plan, over to second for one, back to first. I believe he was safe. Two-way. Andy Gondorilla. Plattsburgh Lanes have scored a run in the first, one in the second. Plant delivers to Gondorilla. Strike one. Lifted high. And she drops down in front of me.
Hi, Ma.
Ken Fulton saying hi to Mom. Manny gives it a ride. Richardson pulls it down for the third out. So after 3 complete, Plattsburgh Lanes 2 and the air base zip. Top of the fourth, J.R. Rulerman, second, the catcher, leading off for the air base. Looks at ball one, and he delivers ball two. Rulerman batting .353 with 1 home run. Strike, 2-1. It's going to drop. Base hit for Rulerman. So the Bays got their first runner on. And it'll bring up Monty Prater. Prater at .250. Batting average, he's left center fielder. Down to the shortstop. He makes a play unassisted. Prater just happy to be the first. He's on second on the overthrow. So Monty Prater with a single and gets second on the overthrow, but to get the force on Rulerman. So we got 1 out, 1 on. And the batter, John Weber, the extra player tonight.
Come on, John, wait on it. Get through it, Johnny. Keep the shoulder up.
Andorilla delivers ball one. Strike, 1-1.
Get up!
Ball, 2-1. Bounce over to third baseman. Goes over to first for the out. 1-2 away. So bring up the second baseman with a .411 batting average, Tim Van Heusen. Prater on second. He represents the first run for the base in the top of the fourth. Base last night scored 17 runs. So far tonight they can't seem to get one. Strike. Evens the count, I believe, at 1-1 in Van Usen. Base hit for Van Usen. Prater will stay on third. Van Usen with a single.
2 down, guys, 2 down. Don't worry about
Brings up Steve Reynolds, the third baseman.
2 down here, guys, 2 down.
Two-way runners on the corners.
Got 2 down, guys.
And the base is threatening in the top of the fourth. Strike one. Bouncer to Bouye, fires to first in time. So after 3.5, the score remains Plattsburgh Lanes 2. And the Plattsburgh Air Force Base unable to score. Bottom of the fourth, Randy Ebersol looks at ball one. Ebersol shortstop for the Lanes. Slicer down to the third baseman, picks up, fires over to first in time, one away. Left center fielder, Wayne Medley, looks at ball one. Strike, 1-1. Out into the parking lot. Ooh, where's a car with her? Maybe a little dent. Memory of tonight's game. One ball, 2 strikes in Medley. Over to the shortstop, fires over to first in time, 2 away. Scott Bouye, the second baseman. Van Usen bobbles, picks up, fires in time. Not in time, he was safe. The runner was in time. First baseman Terry Provost looks at strike one. There's a base hit for Provost. Bouye on his way to third. The throw a little bit high, and Bouye slides under it. Runners on the corners for the Plattsburgh Lanes. And Dave Gunnup. Guanup, I guess. I don't know for sure. Third baseman anyways. We'll call him Guanup. Be safer sticking with Dave. Strike one. 2 away, the base leading by 2. And a runners on the corners in the bottom of the fourth. There's a base hit as the base, Plattsburgh Lanes will pick up another run. Provost coming in, he scores. It's 4-0 ball game. And Guanup stays with second. Plattsburgh Lanes with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Batter now is the catcher, Joe Spooner. Spooner looks at ball one. Ball two. Van Usen over to first. Safe enough. 5-0. Paul Leclerc, the left fielder, steps to the plate. Still runners on the corners. Plattsburgh Lanes leading 5-0. Paul Leclerc looks at strike one. Hit deep. Going back to the fence for the grab. And the third out. But they picked up 3 more, so after 4 complete, Plattsburgh Lanes 4 and the Airbase 0. Bottom of the 5th, Rob Russell batting 111. The right center fielder steps to the plate for the Airbase. There's team down by 5 on the top of the 5th. Manny delivers, strike. 1-1 to count. Strike 2. Gondorilla pitching a shutout at this point. Bouncer back under Gondorilla's glove. Fires into first. In time for the out. Eversol doing a good job tonight at shortstop. I'll bring up the last batter of the batting order, Jack O'Neill. He's a shortstop. He's got a batting average of 100. With no homers. Top of the batting order due up next. John Voltra do a little house cleaning. Gondorilla delivers, ball 1. O'Neill picks it high. In time to be caught, so it's 2 away. I'll bring up the top of the batting order, Rob O'Day. O'Day batting 632 with 1 homer. O'Day takes strike 1. There's a base hit. O'Day will be on with a single. And it brings up Ed Richardson. 8 homers, 727 batting average. Manny delivers to Richardson. Ball 1. A little deep, ball 2. Strike. 2-1 to count on Richardson. Ball 3. 3-1. Richardson looking for the walk. Ball 4. So Richardson will be on. And the batter, Joe Plant, another 727, but with 6 homers. Plant's the pitcher. But Ken Fulton, cleanup batter, due up next. Joe Plant gives one a ride, going back over the fence. Joe Plant with his 7th home run. And 2 runs batted in, so it's now a 5-2 ball game. Joe Plant opens it up for the Plattsburgh Air Force Base tonight with a homer. Ken Fulton batting .333. Looks at ball 1. Gives it a ride. But medley out there for the grab. So after 4.5, Plattsburgh Lanes 5 and the Plattsburgh Air Force Base 2. Bottom of the 5th, Mike Chris steps to the plate. Picks it high, but Richardson standing there and makes the grab. 1 away. 5-2 the score. Plattsburgh Lanes with the lead. Sean LaFountain, the right center fielder, stepping to the plate. So far it's been a pretty fast-moving game. Second game of the semifinals. Airbase winning it last night 17-5. LaFountain. First ball hitting, sails out to left field. O'Day holds it in for the out. Now bring up Manny Gondorilla, the pitcher. Plant delivers. And Gondorilla watches ball 1. Hit deep. Richardson calling for it. And makes the grab. So after 5 complete, Plattsburgh Lanes 5 and the Plattsburgh Air Force Base 2. J.R. Ruhlman leads off for the air base. The top of the 6th. It's the 3rd time he's led off tonight's game. Strike 1 as Ruhlman looks at it. 5-2 the score. Ruhlman gets himself a base hit. That'll be in there for a long single. Monty Prater, the left center fielder, batting .250. It looks like Ebersol right there for the grab. Medley right there for the grab, rather. Don Weber, the extra player tonight, takes strike 1. Weber picks it high. LaFountain grabs. That'll be 2 away. That was Leclerc with the grab, not LaFountain. Tim Van Heusen, the second baseman. 2 away. 1 on. Top of the 6th. Manny delivers a little deep. Ball.
Come on, buddy, come on. Go get him now.
Van Heusen wraps himself a single. We're going to have runners on the corners.
All right, guys, 2 outs. Don't worry about him on third.
As Steve Reynolds, the third baseman, steps to the plate.
2 down.
Oh, wait a minute. Reynolds is shortstop, I believe it is.
Come on, guys, you got 2 down outfield. Just squeeze it.
Runners on the corners. The base needs these runs. Bouncer over to third baseman. Picks up, fires to LeBouillet for the out. So after 5.5, Plattsburgh Lanes 5, air base 2. Bottom of the 6th, Randy Ebersol, shortstop, Plattsburgh Lanes, looks at strike 1. His team up 5-2. Over the third baseman's head. Out to left field for a base hit. Ebersol leads off with a single. I'll bring up Wayne Medley with Scott Bouillet on deck. Medley, the left center fielder. Joe Plant delivers. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. He'll take his base. Runners first and second. Nobody out. The batter, Scott Bouillet. Bouillet, the second baseman. Terry Provost on deck.
Make it hurt now. Make it hurt. Get the one you like, Scott. Get the one you like now.
Strike 1 to Bouillet. Under the pitch. Oh, nice grab of Van Heusen over to first. Double play. Nice play. Van Heusen over to Fulton to first for a double play. Have a runner on third. Terry Provost, the first baseman. Ebersol's on third, waiting to come in. Provost, bouncer over to third baseman, picks up, fires to first in time. So after 6 complete, the score remains the Plattsburgh Lanes 5 and the air base 2. Top of the 7th. Rob Russell, right center fielder, leading off. Batting average of 111. Up next, Jack O'Neill. then it'll be the top of the batting order. Base is down by 3. Hit deep. And not deep enough. 1 away. Jack O'Neill steps to the plate. Sails it out to left for the second out. 2 away. Plattsburgh Lanes within 1 run from winning the second game. With 1 out, rather, winning the second game. Bob O'Day steps to the plate. It's a left fielder with a .632 batting average. Hits over to Eversole, fires over to Provost. Ball gets away. Spooner picks up, fires to second. O'Day is down, but he's back up. So the base is starting to threaten. What Ed Richardson do up next? Ed Richardson, 727, 9 homers, pops it over the fence. Backstop, strike 1. Gandarilla, it's set, delivers, deep. Richardson drops in for a base hit. The base will score 1. It's now a 5-3 ball game with 2 outs. Richardson will stay on first. Joe Plant, 6-7 homers. He hit a homer tonight. That's how the base got their 2 runs. Joe Plant hit a 2-run homer. Joe Plant batting .727. There was 1 on when Plant hit his other homer, so we'll see what he does this time. They're going to give Plant an intentional pass. They'll pitch to Fulton. So 2 runners on, and Ken Fulton steps to the plate. It's a 5-3 ball game. Gandarella delivers. Ball 1. Provost over to Gandarella for the out. Well, that'll end it. But Plattsburgh Lane's taking it by a score of 5-3. Base last night winning it 17-5.
Get him here, guys. You gotta get him here.
I guess I've been sleeping most of this game. The score is 4-4. 4-4 the score. I've been sleeping, or the bookkeepers have. Must be me. Dave Guanup, the third baseman, steps to the plate. They need a run to score to win it. We're in the bottom of the 7th.
Go, Reed. Base hits, Reed. Wait for your pick now. Come on, Reed. Jack, come on, Jack. Yeah.
I think it's ball 2.
Good eye, Reed.
3-0 the count.
Good eye now.
Ball 4. Walks the leadoff batter. Brings up the catcher, Joe Spooner.
He's moving. He's shaking. You're ahead of him now, Joe. You're ahead of him.
I don't know where I messed up on that score. But
Yeah, you're ahead of him, Joey.
2 balls. Spooner. Strike, 2-1.
Base hit to right. Tell him go to third.
Spooner picks it high. Van Heusen under for the grab. That's 1 away. Top of the batting order, Paul LeClaire stepping to the plate. With Mike Chris on deck. LeClaire looks like he's going to have himself a base hit. Runners second and third. As Plattsburgh Lanes starts to threaten now. Mike Chris, the batter, 1 away. All we need's a base hit, and Plattsburgh Lanes will win it. They're going to give Mike Chris a walk, and they'll pitch to Sean LaFountain. They're loading the bases, looking for that double play. Sean LaFountain, 1 out. Bases loaded. Tie score, bottom of the 7th. Plant delivers. Strike 1 right in front of the plate. A base hit, and Plattsburgh Lanes will win it by a score of 5-4. Scott LaFountain, Sean LaFountain rather, with the game-winning hit. So I was right, Plattsburgh Lanes did add 5, but it took them an extra inning to get it. And the score is 5-4. Plattsburgh Lanes taking it tonight, and we are base winning it last night. So that evens them up at 1-1 of the best out of 5.